Hey, Dr. Maury, Uncivilized Vitality. This video probably only take about 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about some of our official uniform things. So my uniform's kind of old. We use these shields and the spear points for healthy living, but the shields and the beads to keep track of your progress in learning the Uncivilized Vitality Fieldcraft. One of the reasons I do that is to vet my guides. So you become an Uncivilized guide, certified guide after the process of working your way up through these ranks. And one, it helps you track your progression, and two, it gives me a pool of volunteers for when we take these groups, children with special needs or children, handicapped children, or people that can't go camping. I have a pool of volunteers I can take with me that are vetted, and I know they're capable of being in the outdoors. One of the ways we keep track of that sort of thing are the shields. You get this one, of course, the first overnight event you go on with us, and then every 8 or 9 times you go out, I think it's 8, you get another shield. So by the time you've been out, this is at least a month to 2 months of overnight outdoor adventures, and you've been out there in all kinds of weather, and you're capable. The other thing we use is a little bracelet of beads. This is actually mine. There are 23 beads on this, and I will go over what they're for by reading out of the official student handbook. So this is not to be confused with my actual Uncivilized Vitality book, 5 Vital Paths, that just came out. Shameless plug, put that down. This is the student handbook. The student handbook has 6 pages that are a synopsis of what's in the 5 Vital Paths, but it's mainly concerned with the fieldcraft portions. So let me go over what those beads are out of the book. So it's got a little place to keep track of, just like Cub Scouts. The ability beads are earned upon completion of each of the requirements. The beads, along with the 4 shields, represent the progression of competency in the Uncivilized Vitality program. The ability beads can be earned in any order, and they can be done with installments. And then, of course, it goes on to talk about how we record these things. And then it goes up through the ranks, the Wayfinder and the Elder and such, Tenderfoot. There's 12 capability beads, 6 adaptability beads, and 5 durability beads. We use beads because the evidence for the use of beads by humans as representative of symbolic thought can be found as early as 70,000 years BCE. Use of beads as personal adornment, talisman, and indicators of status and accomplishment is marked in nearly every culture in some form or another. These ability beads are not easy to earn, so take some measure of pride in your progress and never forget that each bead earned indicates you're taking on the responsibility of helping your fellow humans. The more beads, the greater your responsibility of leadership. Then we have the philosophy bead. I won't go through all the different requirements, just to list the beads. Philosophy bead. Morigami bead. This is the use of that cloth tool that we all carry, our little neckerchief. 24 uses of that. You need to earn a shelter bead. The importance of shelter, the clothing, talking about the 4 horsemen of misery, how to pitch the basic shelters. There's the stay sharp bead, the safe use of axe, knife, saw, and digging tool. A knot bead, everybody loves that one. The 24 basic knots that we use. A fire bead, this is the importance of fire, how to make fire, how to fight fire, what fire is used for. Foraging bead discusses the importance of potable water and how to get food in the outdoors. The movement bead, the combatives bead or self-defense, a swimming bead, a first aid and trauma kit bead, CPR certification as well. Your wayfinder bead, this is outdoor orientation and map reading, compass use. Your pacing bead, PACE, that stands for Primary Alternative Contingency and Emergency Plan. This is basically building out your kit and that you know how to pack and what gear to select when you go. Your leadership bead or communications bead. Then there's the 4 keepers, the fire keeper, the water keeper, the wind keeper, and the earth keeper. These are roles that you play at camp, and then you get an assistant and echo. So if you're the fire keeper at camp, you're in charge of the campfire. The water keeper keeps the water supply clean and available to everybody in the group. You have a long walker bead. This is hike for no less than 12 miles in a single effort day without the aid of shoes, boots, sandals, etc. Must do so without incurring injury, must do so in very natural terrain, and then of course need a witness. Then there's the sitting stone bead, the silent tree bead, your fasting bead, your cold weather bead. So once you earn all those beads from your student handbook, you'll get them one at a time at the monthly meetings. We recognize as people complete the beads. Like at summer camp this year, several people worked on their swimming bead. Then you get this little tassel. Just hangs on there. You can fidget with it and play with it. Started out because I fidget and play with mine. And then we use those merit beads. If you're interested in becoming an Uncivilized guide and coming along to help us out at any of our events with the Uncivilized Living Foundation, you'll have to get started getting these patches, getting these beads. The entire certification process would take an ambitious person probably a year and a half to get that done. This is not one of those weekend seminars where you show up, you pay your fee, and by Sunday you take a test and you're certified. This is a process. It takes a lot to learn how to be safe and responsible in the outdoors and to get out there and have fun. The more guides we have, the more people we can guide out into in nature and get the positive benefits, and then we can keep moving forward. So that's what the beads are. You can get your student handbook. I don't think those are available on Amazon. But once you're a member, you get your student handbook. Then you can see about earning those beads. That's it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what beads you, because I know I owe Rendell and Jill some beads still. So comments, like, subscribe, all that.